very least. The NCAA Championship is the best track meet in the entire world. And this is why it is. So, unlike any other meet that you have, there is more drama and there is more storylines and better competition. So people then would say, oh, what about the Olympics? What about the World Championships? You're right. Like, the World Championships and the Olympics have better talent performing. Like, all of those athletes, or majority of those athletes, are professional runners, they're professional jumpers, they're professional throwers. It's what they do for a living. And so you're going to see better marks on average when you watch an Olympic event or a World Championship event. That's true. But that's about where things kind of end, because you don't get these storylines that build up over the course of a year. You don't get this drama of who's going to be coming out with the most amount of points by the end of the meet. You don't get all of these things that are nuances and make a track meet even better, because that's what kind of sells it. Let's look at the women's side, for example. So in the women's 200 and 100, we had a storyline that has been building up this entire season. Not only this outdoor season, but this indoor season as well, when it came to Abby Steiner versus Favor Ofili. You know, these two women have been going back at it, trading national records every single meet. There's been drama and tension, and they've been so close. Their PRs were so close. Their season bests were so close. The times, the championships they had won, everything was so close. And so that's what made this outdoor 200 meters even more exciting than it would have been. I mean, I was doing a watch party. Many of you all were joining, and thank you if you did. We were doing some co-commentating, had some celebrity guests as well. It was a great time. And when we were watching the women's 200, that was the event that had the most viewers by far. It wasn't even close. And so everyone wanted to tune in to see who was going to end up winning this, because it had that drama that everyone wanted to see. Who's going to end up getting this lean? Because if it was just the one-time race, it's just these athletes competed for the first time at the championship games or at the World Championships or at nationals, there's just not that amount of tension. Because we don't see that in the pros. Many of the best professional athletes do not compete against each other. But otherwise, it doesn't happen very often where you're going to be seeing these champions going head to head throughout the year. You see that in college track, and that's why I kind of like it better. You also have the team aspect of things. Who's going to score the most amount of points? Because now athletes are doing things to better the team, not just better themselves. An excellent example is Anna Hall. So Anna Hall, if she wanted to, she could have broken the national record for the heptathlon easy. It wouldn't have even been remotely close. She had an easy opportunity where she could have just done that event, run 2:11, which she is more than capable of doing, get a national record, and then keep moving. But she didn't do that. She wanted to score the most amount of points to help her team win a national title. So what she did was she competed in the 400 meter hurdles 20 minutes before she had to run the 800, which was the final event of the heptathlon. She was in the middle of competing all of these events and threw in another thing, came in second place, knowing going into that race that it is going to mean almost certainly that she will not break the national record for the heptathlon. And so she sacrificed personal gain in order to have team glory. And that is something that I really care about and made it really, really exciting for me. It's also cool as you see the points add up and you see, oh, this team's ahead of this team's ahead of that team. And then when it gets to those final races, they mean even more. We saw on the men's side, the 5K, Florida State knew if they could go 1-2, they have a chance of winning this thing. So they went all out. They went after it. It didn't end up working, but you saw them go after it. On the women's side, you're seeing Florida, they had the 800 meter runner. All she had to do was score 1 point. She goes in there, tries to take the lead to guarantee that team has clinched the title. And so it's like these races mean a little bit more than if it's just an individual or just a pro athlete. And so that's why the NCAA Championship is a better meet than any other meet that's out there. Sure, you could see better quote-unquote times elsewhere. You can go watch a professional meet and see faster times. But I would rather see races that have this extra meaning and better storylines. So that's why the NCAA Championship is the best meet out there. I mean, you also had RG3 joining today. So this past weekend, RG3 joins the booth. You know, if you don't know who that is, he's a football player. He went to Baylor. He won the Rookie of the Year when he played for the Washington, what was then known as the Washington Redskins. He won the Rookie of the Year. He had some knee injuries, so he was really never competed at the top level when it came to a football aspect, but he is from the NFL, but he is now an announcer. He was also a 400-meter hurdler and 100-meter hurdler when he was at Baylor. He came in third at nationals, and he qualified for the Olympic trials when he was a freshman in college. And so he joined the booth, and he brought some much needed excitement when it came to this thing. He was really funny. I mean, he was talking about, he called what's it called? Matthew Bowling, the Eminem of track and field, or saying this runner, she needs to be laid back like her edges. Like, just having these funny things that we don't get from other athletes. Like, he brought that humor that you'll see much more often in an NFL broadcast. He brought that to the national championship broadcast. And so I'm hoping that the ESPN users keep him at every major championship they could have. He should be announcing SECs, he should be announcing national championships, and hopefully they can get more track meets on ESPN so that he can do it. For those asking if he could do the Olympics or the World Championships or USAs, those are broadcasted on NBC, and I believe he is an ESPN exclusive commentator, so he wouldn't be able to commentate at those meets, but he'd be more than happy to do more ESPN ones. So I'm hoping that, kind of gets that thing going there. Maybe we could see him on some American Track League events. You never know.